Come on, that's not late.
12:01. The show starts at what time, Chris?
12.
Okay, all right.
And what is 12:01? Is it 12?
I mean, I don't get a 5-minute grace period.
No, the show starts.
It's live.
It's live at 12 o'clock. Anyway, hello everyone. We are live today. We have our very special guest, Sara Tonin. Woo! Come
on. My sister from another mister. My goodness. Do you know how much I love this person? She is incredible. She's like the funniest person I know.
She's lying.
Yeah, we were just kikiing while we waiting for you.
We had to talk about the new blue magics. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, I gotta go and smell it. I gotta sniff it.
You smell incredible. All the new blue magic.
That's fine. Yeah, no worries.
No, the hair grease. Oh wait, I forgot you don't have hair. You forgot.
Oh my look! I have been
and this is okay. This is how we're starting off. Okay, I mean, okay.
We gotta start.
I'm complimented my hat. My hat is nice.
I do love your hat.
You know what?
I also love the beard.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that.
Like, okay, Chris, I have to bother you just a little bit. When we gonna get a ring light, sir?
Right. Okay.
So we can really see the hat. I would love to see the colors.
It's dark in here. I know. I got a light. I have a lighting solution. I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I got my whole lighting situation. I'm gonna figure it out. Trust me. I promise.
I know.
It's gonna work.
Okay.
I look way more dark skinned than I am. Like I'm more like a
you know what? I'm gonna try this next time. So I can stop.
You like I'm gonna make myself dark skinned and take the light down.
Yeah,
I'm like in the shadows. Be like,
I'm closer to Dr. Umar's complexion than I am in real life.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get like that though, because I'm tired of people asking me. I had the whole, are you Dominican thing recently, and I was like, nah, I know Dominican, I black. No.
You know what's funny to me is that for me, the tanner I get, the
more exotic,
the less black I am. Which it seems backwards. But the darker I am, the more likely people speak Spanish to me, which is like, is this wild?
I can see it. Nah,
I don't understand. And that's been happening my whole life. Like I get a tan, dark, suddenly I'm Latina. I don't know how that works.
No, I'm black.
But when I'm fair, I'm black. I don't.
I get it. No, I get it. I can see where they're coming from. I see it like this much. I don't know.
Get it. It's weird.
I see it.
You see it? I don't know.
I see it.
It's a weird experience. I'm like, because when it first started happening, I was like, that is so strange. And then I noticed it was a pattern. I was like, wow. So when I'm darker, because I can get pretty, I can get a nice little brown, bronze color, especially if I spend some time. And I was like, the darker I am, the more likely people think I am Latina or something non-black outside of the United States than when I'm super fair, which is weird to me. I'm like, that's weird. But yeah, that happens a lot.
Yes, I get it all the time. I hate playing the ethnicity guessing game. I just want people to leave me alone about that. I just be like, I'm black. And they'll be like,
well, I think that for me, I'm happy I'm not racially ambiguous because I think most people know I'm black as soon as they look at me. I don't have I might get
I get people.
No, I get the thing that I get is they assume I have a white parent. That one is the one that correct.
That's the one
I remember the first time somebody did that. They were like, you know how it is having a white parent. I was like, no, I do not.
No, I don't. No, this happened to me at work before. I had a friend for 5 years. My friend Alexis, she saw me hug an older white lady who I worked with for like 10 years before. But she saw me hug her at work, and she knew my mother and I. We both worked at the same company. We were working at the same company. She assumed the white lady was my mother rather than a friend of my mother. So she goes, yeah, like you make fun of everybody because, you make fun of white people because you, I said, hey.
I said, whoa.
I said, hold up. Hold up. I said, what made you think that? She said, I thought the tall white lady was, I said, no.
No. When I heard that I turned into Juvenile during the last few seconds of his classic Ha, where he's like, whoa.
Like, no, where'd you get that from?
If you see a light skin and you think she might be white, you better run.
Run, Forrest. Run, Forrest. Go to hell.
I'm gonna go. I know where I'm going.
No,
All right, anyway, can you guys just bear with me for a second?
Okay, we're bearing with you.
Okay.
Wait. Give me a second, because it might be something scary. So
no, it's nothing. I said, did you get the screenshot that I sent?
did. You want me to put that up for you?
Yeah, okay. I do. So
right now, or you want me to wait?
Can you just put that up on the screen and just let me read it and just bear with me for a second?
Oh, okay, this is what we're gonna talk about first. Okay, let's
just to kind of break the ice, all right?
Okay.
Experimental jazz flute, can you please start? So this guy that I know, he sold a car. No, keep going. You gotta keep playing the whole time. So he sold a car, right? Mm-hmm. And he, for whatever reason, when I thumbs upped his story where he was like, finally sold the car, he took that really as like weird shit. And I'll just read what this says. So I'll just tell the story by reading it. My fellow men really aren't okay out here sometimes. One of my Facebook friends asked me why I thumbs upped his story. And I was like, because I'm happy you're thriving and I like to see my friends succeed. And he was like, nah, that's just what you do when you're trying to fuck. And this is me saying, fellas, is it gay to support the success of your friends?
Extremely gay.
That you were able to sell the car. Only one of us made it about man-on-man sex, and it wasn't me. Thank you, experimental jazz flute.
Thank you, experimental jazz flute. I wasn't ready.
That was incredible. I wasn't ready for the flute. I wasn't ready for the post.
I'm taking a clip of this and putting it up, by the way. Okay. Because what the hell just happened? But that works.
Listen, you guys don't have experimental jazz flautists on call?
No.
It's really upsetting that I don't now. I'm so jealous. I'm buying my sister a flute today. She's going to have to learn some things. Today.
Okay. All right. So we know that straight males are not okay. Like,
they're not.
I don't know why you're asking this question. I mean, the list of things that make you gay now. Like, just taking a shower and washing your ass is gay now, right? Yeah, we've seen that. Wiping your butt after you poop is gay, right?
It's gay.
Like, it's gay.
Having sex with a woman in any capacity is gay, apparently. I'm like,
if you go down on a woman, you are simping. We
already know that male heterosexuality is just very fragile at this point in time. I was watching like old videos and seeing how the dudes that were dancing, and I realized that dudes don't even dance anymore at all.
They don't.
Like, wow, we have as a society made things that were so normal gay, or patriarchy has attacked men and said, look at you dancing, you want to be a woman, and being a woman is like the worst thing you can be in society, right? That the men have stopped dancing. I think men need to dance. I think that men should support each other and thumbs up their accomplishments, but so far the patriarchy is really like saying no, just sit there and be stoic and quiet and don't support anybody and don't dance and don't smile and don't be happy and don't take a bath and don't have sex with women.
Let me tell you true story. So there's this Hindu temple that I really like. I'm not going to get all into it.
It's gorgeous. Yeah,
it's amazing. It's beautiful.
The whole episode about this.
We did an entire episode about it. It's great. But I have gone with both men and women, friends of mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both. Okay.
Oh, somebody's gonna clip that and it's gonna go crazy.
Oh, of course. Everybody thinks I'm gay. It's fine. It doesn't. I don't care. I'm so aggressively straight. That's the funny thing. Like, it's like,
How are you aggressively straight? Should I ask this question? I don't know if I should ask. Never mind. Just keep going with your story.
I don't know more butt than that. Okay, so wait.
It's more butt than toilet seats.
So I've brought a bunch of my friends to the temple, right? I've brought I've brought women to the temple. I've brought men to the temple. There were two men that were like, nah, I don't want to take any pictures. Like, I don't want to take any pictures with you. And both of their reasoning was like, this looks like a couple shit. Like they don't. These guys don't know each other. Like they don't know each other. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not like they both thought the same. Like they were both kind of just uncomfortable taking a photograph at a nice place with a friend.
Yeah. And unless it's a group photo, they won't do it at all, because that's the crux of it. When it's a group of men, then you could basically like give each other a circle jerk and it's not gay. But if it's only two, then people are like,
if it's just
two, they're like, no, absolutely not.
You can't have a one-on-one relationship and a friendship. I hate it here.
Absolutely not. And it's infuriating.
It's infuriating, but it still bothers me that this happened in our lifetimes. Like, what was the turning point? Like, I remember the 90s. I was out dancing. There were men dancing, right? Like, I don't know when we made the switch to like where we are now. Like, I can't figure out in the timeline.
I know exactly when it happened.
When?
Wait, Sarah, before you start, just experimental jazz flute. Can you please? Go ahead, Sarah. I'm sorry.
Okay. So long ago. No, seriously. This is like a thing. It happened in the 90s. It happened in the late 90s. So as like technology started advancing, it was really like the invention of 2-channel in Japan, and that came over to 4-channel in America when, whoever it was created it. When that happened, it kind of like sucked these kind of like misanthropic guys who would usually be on the fringes of like normal social scenes into internet culture, and that's what really stopped people from being able to socialize, like men from being able to socialize naturally in public. And that also like led to everything else that is radicalized young men in the country to hate women and to become more like Christian conservative, even if they don't realize it, because all roads lead back to conservatism and patriarchy.
Yeah. I do think that the internet and social media has made a huge impact in the behavior of everybody, but men in particular. Like, it was like suddenly we had this weird stuff going on. Like I said, when I saw somebody was like, "Oh, it's gay to wipe your butt," I was like, "So you just going around with a dirty booty? Like, is that what's happening? Like, you
as a bidet owner, I take personal disrespect because it's like, listen, man, like
I'm like, that makes you feel manly? Like, I got questions. Like,
but wait, hold on.
I do.
What's crazy about it? This is true story. So I've had a bidet for like the last half decade or so. All right. It's amazing. It's great. When I was in high school, there's this friend of mine, Rory, and he had a bidet. He was the first person I ever met with a bidet. And I came in his house. I'm like, what you got? Like, what you doing stuff with your butt? Like, I did all of that stuff. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
No, you did.
You know what I mean? Like, it was 1998. Like, I was 15.
Fair.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, but did I do all that? Oh, so what? You get it. But like, what's crazy to me is all of the resources that men have now, and they still die on that like 1997, 1998 hill of like, oh, that's your butt. Oh, if it's your butt, Negro, you gay. You better not touch.
And I'll be honest, they're just saying that in public. They all like their butts ate. That's the truth about it. They're just saying that in public. They all like, seriously. Everybody. Some of them want a little finger. I mean, I'm not gonna have this live taken down. But the truth is, they would pay you to spit on them. That's just the truth. I don't know why we're fronting. Like, if people could just be more honest about these things, they'd be so much happier.
They would be so much happier. They would. I wasn't ready, so give me a moment. I got you right.
Are you
like,
saying
you ain't lying?
Wait, I think what Sarah's saying is that the guy that was questioning my thumbs up in what he
wants that thumb up his butt
to spit on him.
That's what
I will say.
Like spit on the thumb and then right
up there. Yeah.
So I will say, every guy from the 90s that I knew that protested and was like, oh, that's gay. Oh, so gay. They're all gay now, out now.
Yeah.
So I was just,
I've
always had a theory.
Yep.
I've always had this theory that the dudes who are the most homophobic, that are most sensitive, oh, that's gay, that's gay. I remember being in my 20s and this one guy, he was like, oh, I don't like gay dudes. And I didn't bring up gay dudes. So I was like, why we talking
how
about
did we get here?
we were walking through the mall. I remember like it was yesterday. We was walking through the mall. Suddenly he started going in on gay dudes. Now I have gaydar. I have very good gaydar. I've always had it. I thought he was gay from jump. So I was like, oh.
There's a celebrity. There's a celebrity that I saw in person. Sarah knows this story. I'm not going to say the celebrity's name. No, I'm telling my flautist. I'm just telling. So, this celebrity very openly kind of touts their Jamaican heritage and things like,
and their Chinese heritage,
like, like we don't play that gay stuff. And I went during Fashion Week when I was working for Ralph Lauren. I went to a club and I walked in the room and I saw that brother gawk, and I just.
You were like, and then you turn around and walk out because that's what we did back then. We
saw our business.
Hey man, this is
and we didn't have camera phones. We just turn around and keep on going about our lives. Like, oh wow, that's crazy.
Right?
Yes,
like,
wow.
I didn't have a camp. I didn't have anything. So
no, we did. We saw a lot of stuff, and there was no evidence. I think I'm happy there's no evidence of our.
Oh, for sure.
This was
God.
This was like the cusp of the iPhone camera phone era, because like people had, but like we weren't in this moment where like as soon as something happens we instantly pop
because
it up.
You didn't have the storage. You didn't have the storage, and you couldn't instantly upload that.
And
to
then we didn't have anywhere to post it or send it.
Yeah, exactly. There was nothing to do. There were still club photographers,
right?
Do you remember that? And if you got posted on the club page, that was crazy.
Every week somebody be like, "Hey," they call me on the phone like, "Hey, I saw you on the website when the club was
website at the club." Yeah, that was
wild. Like, look at us.
Yeah, every week when they started
me in a jumpsuit with my butt cheeks out, just I'm scared of where those are now. I'm scared.
There are nonsense pictures of me out in the world. Like
horrible, in different states. Terrible with the worst early 2000s fashion, like those stupid that business casual in the club shit.
Why are you wearing a tie?
Why do I have on a blazer? What's up with that? What's up with that?
I have so many pictures of me in clubs with a full blazer on. Like I'm.
But you know why though, right? You know why? Like I
couldn't get in.
We could not get into the club. They used to enforce these really weird, strict dress codes, and it was like high key racist. So it was like no Jordans, no athletic sneakers, shoes of any kind, no jeans, no distressed jeans. And then we're like, okay, well, fuck it, screw it, we'll wear a business casual, we'll wear a suit.
Question for both of you: Have either one of you been to Fashion Week in New York?
Yes, I actually have.
Okay. Just tell me if you've ever seen anything like this, because I've seen this more than once. So that same culture where someone won't let you in, it's like, so I've been met, instead of at the door being met by a big black burly bouncer that's bigger than everybody, it's like a really sensitive looking twink, and he just doesn't like what your vibe is.
Yeah,
and he's like.
And they're scarier than the bouncers.
Like, no, because I was going, like, so when I went to the club where I saw giving some guac, there was a guy at the door and he was like, "You have to do something." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "You gotta do something. I don't know." I
You have to do something. Figure it out.
Right, like
he
listen,
said it's not working for me. Like,
as much as I'm an ally,
what is this? He hit you with the what is this?
Yeah, like I don't have the riz that I kind of pretend I do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So when he was like, "Oh, like you got to do something," I was like, "All right." I just took my shirt off and I just took it off. I was like, you know. And he's like, "All right, you're in." So that's how I got in this club in the first place.
That's wild. That is wild. Excuse me?
Hold on. I'm trying to think of who was there. Okay. My friend Jack Rebus was there, but he's dead. Rest in peace, Jack Rebus. But I'm trying to think of who else was there.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I didn't want to make it weird, but I was just trying to think of who was there. Because Jack was standing right next to me when this shit happened, but he died a few years ago. Heart attack.
I wish, I wish the spirit of Jack would come down and just tell us the story and confirm it for us. But like,
and then what makes you take off your shirt? I'm
sometimes you
because he's freaky. Because he's freaky.
I've said this many times before.
My district manager at the time was there. That's another person that was there. Because it's like the thing is like Fashion Week when I was working at Ralph Lauren, it was like I was trying to like rise in the ranks of this world. So it's like sometimes your district manager will be like, "You took off a shirt. Look at that," and that's what Jim Hart. That's how you react.
Is that how Jim sounds?
I apologize, but you know I'm not lying. So,
right. So you know the stuff that Chris posts. You know the stuff he posts, the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but I never comment or like or act like I don't even see it.
I can tell, and I love that.
Can we?
So I don't lie, because he posts some wild stuff, and I'm just like, nope. Every time.
No, you know who always comments?
I want to peel back.
No, hold on. Stop, Chris. Stop it, because I want to talk about who always comments first. My mother, and I'm tired of it. It's horrifying. I'm like, Mom,
your mother is a fan of mine.
She's a big fan. She loves Chris. She loves Chris.
I don't even know how to take that. You know,
what I was
my mother and my husband.
Thank God, my mom's not on.
I was gonna peel back the curtain a little bit because, okay, experimental jazz, please.
Oh my God.
No, great. No. It's a beautiful flute, by the way. I just want to be clear, like in terms of its structure,
Please shut up, Chris.
Don't laugh. Experimental jazz flute has been incredible at not blowing up with laughter because as soon as, anyway, please continue. Thank you.
Oh my God, my chest.
My face is hurting already. We own.
I wanted to peel back the curtain a little bit because we were talking about how you were saying that I am a little out of pocket, and in our group chat,
little is so crazy.
a little bit. A
little? No,
right?
No, like way out of pocket.
Right. Serious.
Like to space out of pocket. What are you talking about?
What I was going to say is in our group chat, I shared something and Kai was like, yeah, I'm not clicking that. I'm not looking at that.
I'm not looking at that. No.
I don't. I know better. I have learned that. Like, I'm really good at patterns.
I was like,
I'm very good at patterns.
You're right. Like you
I see you post stuff and I'm just like, nope. Like
He's always on that BS, man. He's always on it. He's always on some BS. It's never normal. It's never gonna be normal. And it's like the worst part is I've read so many of them that like and all of everybody's programmed now. Everybody who follows Chris is like programmed now. Like we can just tell by a few letters. We're like, oh God, please. I like to be lightly okay, all right. Okay. It's always like we're constantly seeing. We think every time I see David Dinkins now, he's like. Or Leslie Uggams. I'm like, I hate this. I hate that he's programming. I went to see a Broadway. I went and saw Wicked on Broadway, and there was a signed picture of Leslie Uggams up, and I couldn't help. I had to snap a picture and send it to him immediately. He has us programmed with all of his nasty little weird things.
Not me.
Not you, because really you're smart. The rest of us are already ruined.
I'm really good. Like I recognize like what he said. Like in a minute, like I don't even finish a sentence. I'm like, nope.
Like he's not getting me this time. Bye.
Nope. Nope. I skip.
Not for me.
If it was a manifestation of me stepping over his post, I step over. I'm stepping over him every day. Like, I'm staying in my bubble. You will not pierce my bubble at all. I live in here. I'm very happy in here. In fact, this is a good segue into like the 24-hour news cycle because I live in a bubble. I am a bubble person. I have to keep myself sane. I'm trying to raise a teenager. It's hard enough with kids, okay? So I'm really, really, really like protect my space. So Chris, when all your crazy, nope,
like, I'm good.
Like, and I see the stuff that's like legit. It's weird.
Like when and listen, we are friends, and you know that. I'm not joking when I say like, yeah, like scroll past some of those, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you don't have it's like
don't hurt your feelings. Look, I'm not worried about you.
You know what I mean?
I'm not worried about hurting your feelings. I just
why should you be? I live a privileged life. Do you guys have experimental jazz flutes in your living room?
I don't. I'm really jealous of this. Like you keep on bringing it up, and it's really upsetting. And first of all, I actually enjoy a jazz flute, like in real life. Like I feel like there's so many songs that have been improved by jazz flute, like Erykah Badu's Green Eyes, like that needed that jazz flute on it. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Anyway, I'm super jealous. So whoever, please send your flautist to me.
Experimental jazz flute just took a sip of their coffee and really liked what you said. Is that coffee? I don't know if it's tea. Wait. Is it tea? Wait, okay. Tell us what it is with jazz flute. Don't laugh. What is it? That's water. That's water.
That's water.
They're drinking water.
That's beautiful. They you know what? A flautist would. It keeps the embouchure moisture. You know, you gotta.
See, they are like.
Yeah. Yeah, you like that? I get it. We're here, flautist. We're here. You should be with me, flautist.
Like, guy, weird way. Like it was a lot smoother.
We here, flautist. We're here. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
So,
but our 24-hour news cycle.
Yes. Okay, so we can all admit the world is trash right now, right? We don't have to. Yeah. Like, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Yeah. Like it might blow up tomorrow. I'm like living like, this is all go to shit tomorrow, and we'll all be dead.
The world is my lighting situation. Everybody is well lit, but me. You know what the world is? I'm gonna tell you what the world is. The world, okay, is. You wanna give me a little something? All right, okay, just a little something. Okay, so Donald Trump is a gun that's supposed to have
safety
in it on the set of The Crow in 1994.
Oh, no!
And we are all Brandon Lee. Like,
it's not Brandon Lee.
But it's going through the chest, and we're dying.
We are. We are. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy to me. And the thing that I'm struggling with, I don't watch news. I stopped as soon as he won. I was like, well, that's it for me. No more news.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, it's just I shut it down. But I do read. You know, I do check out, see, you know, just so like when it blows up, I'm aware that it's gonna blow up. Like that's what I'm mostly checking for.
I don't like to watch it, but I can't stop myself sometimes. I'm just being honest. Go ahead.
I can't. But the thing that I struggle with is I go between having empathy and having no empathy. So this is where I am. Like I think like with the flooding and all the people dying in Texas, I think it's horrible. I think it's horrific. I'm just like, you know, I really feel for the family, especially of the little girls from the camp.
Absolutely.
I am, you know, really saddened by this because it was preventable. And I think that's what bothers me the most is like a lot of this stuff that the country is going through is
preventable.
But then that county won. I mean, he won in that county by like 70% or 72% or something really, really high margin. So then I'm like, you know, like this is where I am.
No. That one gets worse.
Internal conflict in me.
That one gets worse. I want to tell you a little bit more about that in Kernsville that I found out. So in 2021, the federal government, because we know that has been flash flood alley for quite some time, the federal government gave Kearns County $10.2 million to have a flash flood system, put in place to invest in infrastructure to make sure that their roads were robust and their bridges were up to date and that they had a siren system and alarm system so that people would know to evacuate. All of the surrounding counties have that. Kearns County, and their anti-vax representatives decided that they don't want government money if they have to deal with government stipulations. So the Biden administration said, fine, just take the money because this is the Disaster Relief Act. You know what they spent it on?
I don't. Do I want to
I
know?
don't even. Do I want to?
Do I want to know, Sarah?
Yes, you can guess.
No, we need to know. We need to know.
What is the only thing that they're willing to spend money on?
Are we talking about guns? Are we talking about abortion?
The cops.
Every
cop in the county got a 10% raise.
I feel like when I said guns, cops would have came up as like
instantly.
They would have counted my answer. I'm just saying. Like, because in my mind, I was like, weapons against the people.
Yeah, and this is the same representative that was leading the charge against them using the money for what it was allocated for, was also a vaccine denier, a vaccine anti-vax person, her husband died of COVID.
I've been clowning Herman Cain forever. My favorite thing was that when Herman Cain's Twitter account was telling people that COVID was a hoax from the dead.
Oh, it was so good.
That was kind of what inspired my Wanda Sykes thing, but we'll talk about that later.
Hilarious.
So this is my struggle. I'm struggling because I'm like, you guys, this is what you wanted. So why should I have any empathy for your situation? And I'm a person who's very empathetic to other people's plights, but I'm having an internal struggle because I'm like,
it's exhausting.
Where my internal struggle comes from is seeing Latinos for Trump and like people
not a blip of empathy there.
But my thing is, it's like I didn't want Kamala Harris. Like, she wasn't my candidate. Are we kidding?
No.
I don't think she was anyone's candidate. But I knew that if Trump won, we were just going to start locking people up in cages. And like, look what happened. And Democrats frustrate me more than anyone, really, because it's like it's almost like, and I'm not. I said it's almost like, but it really is like they are just, beholden to their corporate donors and the money.
They are.
And they would rather lose
that's everybody
on like
they are
being like the opposition party or something than actually winning and making things happen.
It's like fascist versus corporatists. It's the same thing.
None of this would be happening if Kamala was in office.
Agreed. 100%
agree. It is what it is. Like, we got a two-party system, and they might be both kind of shitty, but one is way worse than the other one.
Right.
And
so I have a few friends that have gotten mad at me for equating their votes for Jill Stein in this last election as a stay-at-home couch vote, and saying that, frankly, a couch vote, or when I say a couch vote, it's not a vote, but staying on the couch, or a vote for Jill Stein this cycle specifically was a vote for Trump and ICE and everything that
it is. I mean, it is.
But talk me off the ledge. Like, I want to hear some devil's am I wrong at all?
Well, I'll say this. I got you. I'll give it to you because this is how I feel about it. Now, we do have a two-party system. That's just the bottom line, right? So I am with you guys there 100% on it. But the truth of it is, when you say your friends, I would like to know which friends, because when it came to actually like the breakdown and the demographics of things, the reason it was lost is because of white people. There was not even enough Latino, Asian, anybody else to actually influence
all of them put together.
White men and white women stayed home, and the ones who did come out voted more conservatively than they should have.
And they don't care. They don't care.
No. I'm glad that you brought that point up, because the reality is, if we take all of the people of color that stayed on the couch and we add them up with all of the people of color who voted for Jill Stein,
Yeah.
I know a few.
It doesn't matter. And it's like, I understand. I don't believe
it wouldn't have swung it.
It wouldn't have done anything. And that's what I say about it. Like, now, don't get me wrong. I do hate this, the tendency amongst leftists to like be the most in the room. Like, it's always, oh, I have to vote my conscience. Oh, I have to do this.
Right.
And I'm just like, I wish you guys would work off of a harm reduction model instead of a moral absolutist model. Because
Yes.
like, you have to understand, we are trying to reduce harm. No candidate is going to be perfect. Bernie Sanders is not my perfect candidate
At
either. I'm
all.
further left than Bernie Sanders. I'm
Right.
so far left, you get your guns back left. But for him, like for a lot of these people, they're just like, oh, well, this is for genocide and all that. I was like, hey, I have to be a holistic person when it comes to this.
Right.
I am a black person in America. I'm a black woman in America. I have family members who are immigrants to this country, who are first generation to this country, second generation to this country. I also have, family members who have been here since the inception of this country through via this transatlantic slave trade. Like, I see a lot of sides of this, and all of them look bad for people who look and live like us. That's
Look
all
like
there
us.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. So
That's
I'm
what it
not
is.
gonna I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna like pretend that those aren't going to be forefront issues to me as well. Yes, Palestine, Tigray, Congo, the continued exploitation of the global South is always going to be a major issue for me. It's always going to be something I think
Yeah.
about. But I live in a
Absolutely.
country in which I was an abortion advocate for 16 years of my life, like over half of my life at the point of it being overturned. And I had to look at that happen in front of my very eyes as an adult woman. And that's the country I live in. And that's an
Right.
issue that's going to be important to me, because guess what happens when we don't have that? Women die.
They
And I have
do.
to also consider that it's not just, I don't get to stand on some high horse and pretend that, this is my single issue, and
Mhm.
because of my conscience, I can't. I have to go with who is going
I
to
don't
reduce harm for the
understand how
greatest amount
somebody
of
can
people.
say that that's they're voting their conscience when that
Right.
vote causes so much harm. I don't understand that. It's just so weird to me because it's like
Yeah.
I get it. Like I'm not a big politics person. I just understand. I went to law school. I understand how the government works. I'm like, we got to vote so things work. That's my
Exactly.
thing. So that people are not harmed and the government is working. Right now, we got a bunch of idiots in office who don't even understand how the government works.
They
To
don't.
just start there, who have
They don't.
no background in foreign policy. So voting for
Mhm.
Trump when we have all of these crazy things happening in the world, he doesn't know what he's doing. He
Wait,
has no background in
wait,
diplomacy or anything that has to do with world
Okay.
politics at all. So you're telling me, oh, I don't want to vote for Kamala because of her stand on Israel and Palestine. You think Trump is going to be the better person?
the better option.
Right.
Let me.
I don't understand how you think that
The guy
because
who's
he has
cozy
no
with Bibi
background. He
Netanyahu.
can't.
Oh my
Right.
God! Wait? Who nominated him for the Nobel Peace Prize? Did you see that?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
like
insane.
What
it's
world do we
insane.
live in?
So what conscience are you voting with when you make these types of decisions? That doesn't make sense to me. It sounds like you're just being fucking selfish and you don't want to,
It
you're
does.
just
It's just like this complete lack of the ability to recognize nuance in this context collapse that I
right.
think a lot of people are having when it comes to like geopolitics. But not only that, just normal concepts. Like,
Yeah,
why would this not be? But they're like, well, I don't want to vote for either evil. I'm tired of voting for the lesser of two evils. I'm like, that's not how I was like pretending this woman is actually going to be evil instead of like, the corporate shill that we expected her to be. Just like, I know this is a sin to say,
I
but the
never
same
thought
person
he wasn't going
Obama
to be a
was.
corporate
We
shit.
knew what
Right.
it was going to be. We knew what it was going to be. We always knew
and
this.
all the black
And
people are
I'd
like, what
still
did
rather have
Obama
that.
do?
I'd much rather have that 10 times out of 10.
Oh yeah,
Right.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
take it 20 times over 10. Like, and I think we were lulled into a little bit of complacency because of the Obama years, but that's like a different conversation too.
Yeah.
Like
Well, we were always complacent. I have to say, as
I agree.
we were
I
always
agree.
complacent. Even before Obama came along, I was always, like I said, I've been the weird kid a long time. Like, hey, you guys, we got to vote in the midterms, and all my black friends were like, "What are
Like
you
what?
talking about?
But
What do you
Right.
mean?"
Right.
there is one thing I wanted to say in regards to this, because we were talking about how in regards to how people react to this kind of stuff. It's like how do I put this? Just bear with me. Just give me 1 second. Like, I hear how we're talking about how people voted, and I think that there is a good chunk of the populace that is reacting in a way that I'm going to describe, that I reacted in our private chat, right? I'm going to bring up the Muppets. Just bear with me. Can I get a little experimental jazz flute? Just
my gosh.
Just a little bit. Just nothing crazy, because I'm making a serious point. So let's just kind of like.
I like how we just like, oh Lord, like should I get up and walk out?
Leave.
So you guys know that I realized just yesterday that something like 86% of the Muppets are guys, right? And you guys were like, yeah, because like everything's like that. Like, yeah, like of course.
Literally everything. I was
I'm sitting at home like clutching my pearls and being
I'm like, dude, we've been here a long time. You think we didn't notice? But we are women. We live in this every freaking day.
What are you talking
and
about?
We know that everything's catered to y'all.
Cracked up.
Like, and that's why I was like, I would tell you to go to bed, but it's like 9 a.m. But I was just like, okay.
But
I was
we
so
know,
annoyed.
I
sent that message. I was so irritated. I was like,
I like how Kai has just like no patience for your nonsense. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, go to bed.
So but the point that I'm making is that the same way that I had that realization, there are a lot of people that are walking around not having, like, when I'm talking about voting, right? It's they're not having those realizations in terms of like, oh, like this is the effect that this is going to have. It's
right. Well, that's why Black women voted the way that we did.
Like we always do.
we are faced with the reality of what our society is every single day.
Every day. There's no break.
There's no break for us. We live in a male-dominated, white-dominated society that always looks down on us, that always treats us that like we're less than, even though we have to know that we're less than. In fact, before we got on, me and Sarah were talking about, like, I was raising my daughter. I'm so proud of her that I've raised a Black daughter who was
wears
rocking
natural hair
on her own in a society that tells her natural hair is not acceptable. That was accomplishment for me. When she walked in one morning with the afro, I was like, oh, snap. Did I do that?
And it looks fabulous.
She's confident. That was a big deal. But we realize that we see it every single day. We are every single day.
That's the point that I was making. Like,
so
when I made that point, like, y'all were like, why are you surprised that they're like, why are you surprised at this? Like, what,
right.
Like, of course there's not any women.
But you're a man. So why didn't notice?
He doesn't know.
Because
he doesn't know.
Like, you notice the racism, I'm sure.
Right. See,
but you don't notice the sexism and stuff because literally the world
it's not at the forefront.
Right.
It's not at the forefront.
It's handed to you in a way that makes everything.
Like, look who I am. If I don't realize, knock it off.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't know. They don't know what's happening. So so people are voting and behaving in ways that are detrimental to themselves, and they don't even realize.
And that's why I said this
with the
last
Texas
week.
flooding. Yep.
They gotta have the pain. They gotta have the pain. They gotta suffer the consequences because they'll never notice it until it affects them. They'll never feel it or see it until it affects them. Suddenly, climate change. Right now, all of those deniers 4 years ago when they were like, there's no climate change. Have y'all seen a map of the United States, a weather map of the United States right now?
Horrifying.
Like this week, have you looked
at one?
Horrifying. It's all red. It's all red. Never in my life. And in my life have I ever seen the entire United States weather map red. Ever. But these people, now the flooding's happening, and it's all over the United States, all over the world, actually.
Yep.
These deadly floods are happening all over the world. Now, is climate change real? Because that's
we're not.
Kai, you know what makes me angrier though? No. What makes me even angrier than that is instead of like believing in this very well researched, very well documented phenomena, they're like, It's cloud seeding. It's chemtrails
All
from
right, all right,
airplanes.
wait.
I'm
It's
like,
the end of the
oh
world. I
god.
saw did you see the biblical end of the world thing? Have you seen that one go by
They're like,
yet?
oh yeah, and now it's gonna be locusts next. It was like
Yeah,
because somebody died of plague. I was like,
but
100
saw that
people
one
die of
yesterday.
plague every
the
year.
other part is they have this anti-intellectualism thing that they push because
That's also because of
voters,
4chan. Sorry,
yeah,
I want to
dumb
let you know that's
voters,
also because of the internet.
Don't even get me started on 4chan.
they like people to be dumb. They
Yeah.
want you to be dumb. I don't know who's watching this, but if you believe any of this bullshit that they have, the cloud seeding or whatever, they want you to believe that because they can manipulate you if you're stupid. So they don't want kids to be able to be educated. They're cutting education. They like the federal government just said that they're not going to send California the federal dollars for the schools. Like they do this on purpose. They need people to be dumb and make dumb decisions so they can do whatever they want. And it's weird because to me, if I'm the person in power and I'm killing the planet, I'm creating my own demise. Yeah. Like I don't even understand the end game.
They just want to be on a pile of bones and money and escape to Mars on a dick-shaped rocket.
And you're not. You're not. You're not getting off the planet alive.
It's the unlimited growth and like capitalism, like
it's
all
cancer. It's a cancer.
I've made this analogy to so many people where I say if there's one part of your body that's just like, no, we're gonna go all the time instead of considering the body as a whole, we call that cancer because you're just growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And like you have at a certain point, a tumor can't be sustainable. It's going to be a tumor and it has to either be cut off or the whole thing's going to die. It's not just the arm's going to die. It's not just the elbow or whatever fucking part of your body.
The whole body.
The whole thing's going to shut down.
Yep.
And that's what those who believe in this just unlimited growth, just like, and it's all the fucking tech bros. Again, excuse my language. I'm sorry.
They're the worst, though. They're the worst.
Like, we're just gonna make stuff. We were talking about topics earlier, and we were talking about AI, right? As someone who's done plenty of stuff with AI, I'll be the first person to be like, "Hey, we gotta slow this down."
Okay,
I like a lot.
As somebody that worked in tech, I don't know if you know, I did some time in tech. And I say that because it was miserable.
It is a grind. It's a grind.
They are the white males who work in tech. Painful. It's painful. Might be some of the dumbest people I've ever worked with in my life.
Yeah.
And they do the dumbest stuff. And you can see it in the product. You can see the stuff that they do showing up, and it's showing up in AI because I'm
listening. I'm cooking chicken.
I did this thing with chat. I was using Chat GTP to do something. I was making a post, but I wanted to clear up some of the things. And Chat GTP, it was about white males, came back and said, "Oh, we can't do that," because it was about white males. And I think I screenshot. I can put this up. So I was like. And so I went through a long conversation, per se, with Chat GTP, and it finally relented and said, "You're right. It is nuanced." I was tickled because it was like, yeah, you can do that, and it did what I asked it to do. But
I convinced an AI system like that's, and this is the thing. It's programmed by white males, so it's going to do this, right? But you can convince Chat GPT of it and it changes its mind. But when you have that same conversation with the white male who programmed it, there is no convincing it. Even if they roll over, this is what I find happens a lot when I try to have conversations like this.
I just
when I'm pulled into conversations, let me say that because I also stopped. I was like, I don't care enough to educate you on this. I don't care. But when I am pulled into these conversations, I find that even if they relent and concede to the point that you're making about them.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no. Even when they relent and concede to the point, it's only temporary because what they're really doing is seething underneath and then waiting to go back to their all white, all male enclaves and get worse to complain about how horrible you are and how stupid you are and get new talking points from these idiots that don't know.
It's really hard to it's like, I hope that we all have the confidence of a mediocre white man because I always think about that when I'm doubting myself. I'm like, look,
you would have been president. You would have been president
like you
by
can
now.
do
What are you
anything
talking
if
about?
he can do it. Because once you spend some time in their spaces, and I've spent a lot of time in white male dominated spaces,
Yeah,
and it just gets to a point where you realize that wow, the world is so catered to them, and so, to the point
they
where
don't even have to be uncomfortable with a thought. They aren't even allowed
and
to be
if they are
uncomfortable.
faced with something that makes them uncomfortable, they get angry. They don't even know. They don't have the emotional
They aren't
bandwidth.
resilient. They aren't resilient.
They don't function well with any type of things that say you are not it. Like if you and so when I see that and I'm like, wow, like they don't earn it. They're not smarter than us. They're not, they none of this, but they believe. The thing that bothers me, they believe they're smarter. They believe that everybody else didn't work as hard as them. They believe everybody else doesn't deserve what they have. Like to spend the time and see that they really believe this with their whole hearts, that they are better than everybody else. It's just like, wow.
And
like
it's amazing.
if the playing field is ever even, you guys are going to get dusted. And that's what started happening. And this backlash that we're seeing from the Trumpsters and all these white men and white women is their reaction to realizing the truth. They aren't the top, and they aren't the best, and they aren't the smartest. And now they're like, no, and they're taking everything away, and they're dominating because they're cheating. They're cheating and not, they
and they already had all these safeguards in place before all of this. That's the worst part about it. Like they act like rolling back affirmative action was hilarious to me because first of all, it didn't even work to our benefit in the first place. God knows it didn't. It was white women. White women did well.
Yeah.
They did really well under it. We didn't get those jobs anyway, so it's not a big deal. We didn't care. We didn't care.
Can I just
I just want to say hi to Cosmic Journey because she said hi. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Cosmic Journey. What's going on? No, so just I want to speak to white male mediocrity versus black male mediocrity for a second. Because
can we define this real quick? I gotta hear this definition.
Yeah, I want to know. Okay, what's the terms?
Here's the thing. So like what I see a lot, I'm a big believer of policing your own areas, right? Mm-hmm. So I spend more time in male-centric spaces than frankly I'd like to because they're kind of fucked. But I have to ask good questions. And I feel like as a heterosexual cis male, like that's like I have to go into the spaces that my fellow brethren or whatever you want to call them are and have conversations about these things. So what I've noticed a lot of times, so like what I've seen so much is black men going against their own interests, chasing the heroin horse of white male mediocrity. They want to be everything that you guys were talking about just now in terms of like just basically like landing on Park Place or Boardwalk and that's what these Negroes want. They want it so bad, and they don't give a fuck about y'all, right? It's like no, like if I have this power, then you know what I can do? I can tell these women what I can tell them what
they don't want liberation. They want their piece of oppression. They want to be able to oppress. Yeah. I mean, and we've known that.
White women do the same thing.
Absolutely. It's something about being that one step removed, right? That only having one intersection with that instead of having, being, completely parallel, like crossing over in that one little spot for them. Like black men and white women have like a similar plight in that they're both trying to achieve that same level of white male power, and it's never going to happen because it doesn't. Like I wish they would just take a step back and realize
either.
Also, it doesn't even work for white men. It doesn't work for them. That's why they're suffering.
One more thing, and I just want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Like that frustrates me about it is I will wholly admit that I think black men are more susceptible to falling for that kind of like Trumpian kind of stuff because of those reasons. Yeah. But what I will also say is that the last time I looked it up, which was a little before this, the numbers for Black men voting for Harris in this past election were somewhere
86%.
It was like between like 86 and 88%.
Mm-hmm.
So
white women are definitely still the.
Oh no, Black women were 97. I forget, but I mean, y'all beat us. I'm not like that's.
No, I'm just saying, like white women still are more likely to go with white males and and do vote like along the same line. Black men, it's a small. I will say, I agree with you that percentage of Black men that are trying to like get to that space where they can oppress and dominate, but I don't feel like it's a lot. Like I feel like
it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not a lot, but I think
it's so overblown.
This is where I was going with this. I think it's a lot. It's grossly misrepresented online. If you look online, the narrative is Black men are waking up and we're da-da-da-da. And
but they just
reality is
algorithm
Black men I know are not as on terminally online.
What I know,
for example,
I get tickled at the algorithm.
They disagree with this stuff, but they're not going online and like going to groups and arguing.
Okay, we can admit that the algorithm is programming. Like I remember when I started noticing Facebook was trying to program me on what I should post. It literally will. If I post something it likes, it'll push it. It'll get boosted. If I post something that's talking about racism or something, it's suppressed. So I was
absolutely.
I was like,
absolutely.
So because it's people don't realize they're getting a dopamine hit from social media. And so they're literally programming people to post certain types of content. And I was like, okay, I remember this. Like when I started, one time I took everything off my timeline. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. I was experimenting to see what would happen. I unfollowed every single person just to see what would show up, to see what Facebook was pushing. So what I do know is these Black men, they're like, oh, Black women are trash, and their videos just take off.
Yep.
I know that is intentional by Facebook and TikTok and all of that. They want you to see those things because they want you to believe that there's all these Black men who hate Black women. In reality, it's not that many. It's a handful, and nobody likes them anyway. Like that's the part that really bothers me. We don't like them dudes anyway. We don't even care.
And that's why they're the loudest online.
Right.
Let me say this though. There is a casual misogyny that's amongst all men that's on the rise. So I can't say it's just like a handful of anybody who dislikes anybody. There are always going to be the majority of men in general
for sure.
that just do not well, it's not even an active hate. It's just it's a general disdain. And that feeling like we are beneath them, and that kind of sucks on its own. But there's very few who are like active misogynists. So I agree with you. I just wanted to add that aside.
But Sarah, and I don't want to interrupt you. I'm gonna let you finish. But that passiveness that's what I was talking about with the Muppets. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm just walking through life thinking that there's.
Just wants to bring it back to Muppets.
You're like, I love Sesame Street.
In my mind, I'm like,
there's no way Sesame Street can be sexist.
I'm like, Janice.
Sesame Street welcomes everybody.
Like, I'm like, wait a second, there aren't that. But it's. I'm gonna let you and again continue, but that was the point that I know. Again, I was being silly in the group, and you guys are like, whatever, Negro. But like that's the point I was trying to make. It's like sometimes I don't realize that shit. Like I don't realize the. Anyway, Sarah, continue. I'm sorry.
No, there is like it's a casual undercurrent of misogyny like that's in everyday life because we just live in a white supremacist capitalist patriarchy. And I know people hate those words because people hate words they don't understand and everybody's confused by it. But like I will say, like in the system of things, like this is how it works. I'm not saying that the majority of Black men that I meet and that I've ever known in my life and in my family, my friends, the people I'm in community with are constantly, saying, oh, I wish you bees would die. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you hair hat wearing, blah, all that rhetoric that they're spewing online. Oh God, they love that. I won't say that they're like that, but they are like benevolently, it's like a benevolent patriarchal kind of thing,
because a lot
what they think is benevolent, but was actually completely patronizing and horrible.
Because it's the same thing with white men. Black men are thought that they're smart, they're leaders, like they have this their whole lives that their opinion matters. Like that's the one that gets to me. Like there's this thing where
more than experts, too,
right? More than experts and more than women always. And it's like. And there's no woman that can possibly be smarter than them because they were born male. There's a lot of dudes who live in that space. So they have a very hard time with outspoken, smart women, Black women especially, because suddenly they all, just like the white men, they're confronted with the reality that maybe you're not as smart as you think you are, and you're not that much older. And
I was born on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Do you know how much I was told I was just going to be the next leader of people, and I'm just everyone's special little boy growing up? And then it's like you meet. Go ahead. No, but it's like you
my
meet
husband talks about that.
It's like, wait a second. Okay, maybe I'm just a guy.
Right.
No, my husband talks about that being like one of the only, because the church has like had always questionable like male leadership, but very few male patrons. You know what I'm saying? Like it's women who do like the grunt work, just like the civil rights movement. It's, women who are doing the grunt
work.
The
house. How do you lead a house when the person who buys the groceries, who does everybody's calendar, who makes sure everything gets done, the laundry, the bathroom is clean, who
the
tells
birthday cards are sent, the Mother's Day present
how did
to your
they get
mother?
To be the leader of the household when the person that's doing all the leadership work is not male? I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I have yet to meet a man who ran a household.
I forgot. There's a white male writer who said it blew his mind when he was a child to realize, like when he went to school, or he went out into the world, that women didn't run everything, because in his home, his mother did everything. She was like clearly the leader of this home.
Most households, women do all of, even if the man is working, she's paying all the bills, so she knows the dates that the bills are due and writes the checks, or she has it all organized. So again,
listen, I'm not trying to patronize or anything, but look, here's the deal. Sarah's been to my home. She knows the bachelor energy that my place has. I mean, like I'm paying my bill, like I'm here, like I'm running a household, but like I also like
not like a woman.
Not like a woman.
It's like this is all the art that's on my wall.
Like, it's just not as comfortable. You go to a woman's house, a young woman's house.
I need a woman's touch. I need a woman's touch in here. I do. But like that's the thing. It's like, but I think a lot of guys honestly don't. Well, I won't say a lot of guys. I'll say a lot of loud guys, because I mean the loud ones that we're talking about on the internet. Because most guys, I feel like we kind of mind our business. But there's the loud majority.
And I will agree with that.
Yeah, I can see that.
I remember like early, I would say like how do I put it? Like maybe 6 to 10 years ago, when the red pill people started really kicking in, and I kept asking my male friends, "Y'all ain't seen this?" And they were like,
no. Maybe like, nah.
Right.
And so part of the issue was these dudes were attacked. Like I was getting attacked. I was like, what the frick is, where are these dudes coming from? Because y'all remember, they just show up. Like I don't get as many trolls
mobs.
Yeah. But they would just come in for me. And then I realized that men who are like you weren't even visible to y'all. You all were they were in spaces that were where women were, but they weren't in the spaces that the men were, and they weren't being loud and hateful where you
I'm
guys.
Also going to say that men do give men the benefit of the doubt much more than we do. So even if we say this guy is attacking me,
I don't want you to be right, but you're absolutely fucking right. Like you know what I'm saying?
You can say it. That's why we all called this stuff years ago.
We started the show with a guy that was like, oh, like it's gay to like give a thumbs up to success. Like that's somebody that I've known for years. Like we've hung out. You know what I mean? Like,
and you never knew, but I bet you a woman knew. She probably knew the whole time. She was like, I don't know why you hang out with that whack dude.
Yeah, actually, he is weird, bro. He is so weird. I mean, I don't know why. Honestly, how are y'all friends?
Like, if you have a mutual female friend,
like it was just simple shit, and I didn't like I treated it like a surface level relationship, and I didn't kind of go.
Well, that also goes back into patriarchy, that men are not real friends to their male friends. They don't support each other. They don't support each other.
Friend to him, I could have been.
But you all are taught to not support one another in a real way. So you don't know, like that's why black men drop dead and their friends never knew they were sick. Like never knew. They're like, my friend just died. I didn't even know they were sick. because
You've been a
friendship and
diabetic for 40
support.
years and you had no idea.
Right. Like they can go through a whole divorce and they never know because men have been taught not to look to their male friends as support for emotional stuff or just life stuff.
Instead, they put that burden on their female family members or friends, girlfriends, and everybody else has to clean it up.
To find it.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what that is. And that's what they're always
mean?
looking for, labor from women. And that's like another thing. It's always just like labor.
I don't know if you guys
Kiki
saw
of
my
Upping
video.
Negress. Yeah.
Like I just went on vacation, little vacation with my daughter for her birthday in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
And for the first time, that's like the first time I've gone on a vacation, like to a resort without a guy for many decades. And in that vacation, I realized, oh my God, this is so much easier than if a man was here. And then it hit me how much labor I was contributing to my vacation that I was never on vacation.
It was never for you.
It was never a vacation for me. This was the first vacation outside. I've taken a momcation by myself before, but this was like outside of that, this first time family vacation that I was like, I'm really on vacation. I don't have nothing to do. Like, I'm not thinking about what needs to be done or where we need to go or, who's going to get what. And it was like the labor. I was like, we women, we're taught to give all this labor for free.
Mm-hmm. No, wait. I just want to say, like, that really resonates with me, and I'm going to tell you why. Because again, going back to what I was saying about policing your own areas, right? And what I've seen with like how men interact. Oh my God, do you know how many men get all in their feelings when women in groups and things say, "Go build me a house," or like, "Go do this, go do that." But like all of the emotional labor, like if a man gets sick, listen, you better get him some chicken soup and
all of it.
I can actually say,
you know what I mean?
Make it yourself.
My grandfather
let a nigga be asked to walk a dog. Let a nigga be asked to walk a dog. I don't know about. Well, so what you so now that's
what you gonna give me? What you gonna give me?
What you bringing to the table?
Two things. My grandfather actually built a house.
I know black people that could build houses. Like Anyway,
my grandmother. But
like there's dudes that could do that. And what's funny is that I can't build a house. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, but I'm not salty at the fact that other niggas can build houses. All right, there's niggas out here that can build houses. I know.
You can pay somebody to build a house. You don't have to build it yourself.
I can do a couple of things. I can change a tire.
Right.
My husband's going to Lowe's later, so I don't have any house building issues.
Listen.
He's on his way.
I've never built a house, but I'm pretty handy.
I absolutely brought a woman to Home Depot and been like, all right, we're gonna rent this dolly, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this thing out of your home. I've done a thing or two.
Look at you. Are you trying to reclaim your masculinity? Is that what's going on here? What we're doing?
But the thing is, what's crazy to me about it's the men that get so upset about this type of shit because they get upset about, like, we're sitting here joking. It's like, oh, okay, hey, you went to Home Depot.
It's because they've been de-skilled because they're alienated from their labor, and that's the truth about it. Instead of realizing that it's you have an issue with capitalism, you have an issue with the fact that you've been alienated from your labor, the ability to produce something of your own two hands and reap the benefits of it. Instead of that, it's women's fault somehow.
The moonlight or the good times.
Everything is women's fault.
Women are the boogie. Like it's like don't blame it on the capitalism. Don't blame it on the racism.
Don't blame it on the women.
Blame it on the women.
That's really what it is. They love it. They love it. It's their favorite thing. There's no other explanation. And they're like, oh, if those women, we shouldn't have let them vote. They're like, hey.
They really want to they are coming for the women's vote. These white dudes are not playing. They are trying to take us all the way back.
It's so funny. They're going to disenfranchise 2 million women who have like changed their last names and stuff like that. I was like, I'm glad I never did.
Change this planet. Change the
last name. Me and you both. I'm like, well, I knew something was up with that.
I didn't see the point in it. I was like, what am I doing that for? Why would I have changing my name? That's stupid. That's
right. Like they look. We
I'm born
are.
with this name. Make him change his last name. My last name's cooler anyway.
I have to say that this conversation is great, but I'm like, y'all keep me sane. Like, I don't know if y'all know this, but y'all keep me sane because I realize, like, being an intelligent person living in this time mentally is difficult. So, like, when I am surrounded with people who think like you and I go online, I see you crazy. Like, even when I skip over the crazy stuff that Chris is saying, you know, like the stuff in between the crazy stuff is sane enough that keeps me sane because I don't know how, like, I don't know about y'all, but it's hard. It's hard. Like, just seeing like women being disenfranchised from voting and seeing like the people are dying. Like every day, it's like Palestine is hurting my heart. And what's happening in Chad is hurting my heart. Like everything is hurting. Watching in the Congo is hurting. Like I'm just like, I'm insane, but I gotta still function and raise a kid, and I gotta make sure that I have food on the table. Like I gotta keep going.
I still have work at 7 tomorrow. Like, we gotta go to work at 7 o'clock.
I have multiple jobs. No, okay, wait. Can I tell you something?
Like, thank you guys for like just showing up.
No, thank you, honestly,
being yourselves because it's like, well. There's a little glimmer of hope.
I want to say something. Just bear with me.
By the way, Barbara Gresham said that she needs that song, Chris. That we just Blame
It on the Women. Oh, listen, I'll
record a whole version of it.
Blame It on the Women. Do we need to do that? Like we just have it.
You know what? I might do that this afternoon. I might seriously do it.
Please do it.
Okay. No, what I
in the background like. Go ahead. Sorry, Chris.
What I was going to say is, we were talking about just in terms of like, so my response to what you had just said like 2 seconds ago was because a lot of men, bear with me for a second. I'm a weirdo. I say a lot of weird shit. I say a lot of off the wall shit. If I had a nickel for every time that someone engaged with my content because I was like, hey, fellas, like, have you ever had like a greasy penis and you want to go to like a ghost's house and like, what I'm saying is, you guys know that
we gotta get this. Last week we made it through the episode without you bringing up the penis, and here we are again.
An hour and 12 minutes in, we're talking about David Dinkins.
It's like an attention-getting device, and it works. And it's like, I know who I am, so I know how I can contribute. But like, I'm just saying, like, but I feel like a lot of guys, they don't know what their contribution can be. And I'm not Uppity Negress, for example. Shout out to Uppity Negress, like one of my
Love you, Kiki. Love you, Kiki.
Her.
You're the best.
Like I'm not
get her Boundary Bible as well. It's for sale on the website at Uppity Negress.
But I know if I post a fake tweet, Wanda Sykes is gonna get upset, and then I can post some leftist politics, and some people are gonna inbox me like, actually, you gave me something to think about.
That's what we do. Everything. And Chris and I talked about this, like, so when Chris started Kevin Samuels died, it was just so that we could have a hashtag to talk crap amongst each other about this, right? That group. And then it grows from there to, trying to, making sure we have t-shirt sales so we can contribute to Vox Noir and having these like surface level conversations so we can actually introduce more people to leftist politics and help people deconstruct a lot of the ways that they're still participating in, the capitalist white supremacist patriarchy that we're living in. Like, we examine other things like, what soft life discourse does and what, all of these things that women are being, taught to aspire to.
I'm sorry, I made that face because I'm in a group that talks about, the crazy wife school code. And a screenshot popped up yesterday or day before yesterday with the four like the main one and three of the ones that with her. and somebody said something about the soft life, and I was like, if this is what the soft life does to you, I don't want it.
That seemed hard.
They look
edges
rough.
is hard. That look, soft life, hard edges. That's what happens. They just leaving. They just running away. I said, oh man. I was like, y'all going through
baby, it ain't for me. I don't want to live with soft. It ain't for me.
That looks real laborious to be soft. I don't want to have to move hotels every 3 weeks because you know what? Let me leave them people alone.
I had a flashback.
No, that was a lie.
I should post a picture. Let me see if I could go. Keep going. Like they looking rough.
It's rough. It's rough out there. I said, just move, just sunburnt and stressed out. I was like, y'all been sleeping on them beaches and not by choice, huh? look a little crazy out there.
Hold on. I got the picture. Hold on.
I was like, where are y'all, Darfur? Like, this is crazy.
My God. Why are you like this?
No, why are they like this? I was like, y'all preaching some soft life. Like, that's wild. Like all these women doing all this like tremendous amount of labor with their children who are raising each other, running around with no shoes on. I said, this looks culty. I don't know what to say.
I still get texts from like random people whenever she does something crazy, you know, I don't know what it is, but whenever she does something crazy, then I get like somebody hits me up online like, oh, have you seen this? And so I'm going to show you this picture.
Oh, I want to see Mr. Burns in action.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, here we go.
I don't remember who these people are.
Wait, can I read this? Okay. So I like doing voices. Can I do a voice?
This is such a particular aesthetic they have going on, by the way, but I'm gonna leave that alone too.
We communicate daily for 10 and a half years while focusing on our generational success. This type of focus brings more guaranteed success. Congratulations, ladies.
Child, they are roasting.
I read it that way for a reason. I feel like there was some sassy energy to this.
This is
soft life, hard edges. What I say?
And they just dropped a bunch of tea. They just dropped one of the former, not one of these on the screen, but one of the ones that left.
I'm sorry.
Just dropped a whole bunch of tea on the people in the pictures. Child,
I bet. All that generational success, huh?
And then she said some of these ain't even married. It's a whole, but like I said, I was like, dude, if this is soft life, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Who would want it? Who would want it?
I don't know.
Obviously, like there's a lot of people still going for the trad wife bullshit, and it's like you only see young content creators doing trad life content.
But you know what it is.
But then the older women who have been divorced and left destitute and their children taken from them, and they post their stories, like these women are literally telling you, don't do this. I'm homeless. I have no job skills. I have no career to fall back on. I have no money. He took everything. The story, it's every single time. It's either they stay in the abusive household and they're just broken women, or they get out and they're still broken women. It's like, we know how the story ends, people. We've seen the ending multiple times, and this content is still big bank. They're still making money off of this. It's crazy to me.
Like this fantasy, it's never actually based on reality, because especially for us, like we've always worked in this country. I don't know where the confusion is about that. Black women have always worked. And even my grandmother, who was a housewife, as soon as my grandfather retired, they went on vacation, and then my grandmother came back and got a job for fun, because she was like, absolutely not. we're not doing that.
My grandmother worked. Both of my grandmothers worked. Both. Yeah. I don't know. I've never seen non-working women in my family. Everybody works. There's no housewives. Like they might have cleaned the house and taken care of the kids and worked. But I've never had any female in my family not work. I don't know any of them that don't.
That's just kind of like our history. For my grandfather, it was a point of pride, because he watched his mother grow up in Tampa, cleaning up after them people. After them people. So he watched his mother do that his entire life, and it was like a big thing. And it was a big deal for him when my great grandmother, my Grammy, was about to retire, for him to go get his mother and bring her up to, to Jersey and care for her and make sure that she never, well, she got to live out her retirement comfortably,
Right.
with her money. So it was a big deal for my grandfather. So my grandfather worked like 4 jobs at a time sometimes to always make sure that my grandmother didn't have to work. That being said, my grandmother was probably the most capable and intelligent woman I knew. So she ran several community programs. She taught adult literacy. She ran a food pantry out of what was St. Barnabas Church in Newark. I'm not sure if Chris remembers where that is.
Of course I do. I know I could drive there now, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's no longer. Yeah, it's no longer.
It's no longer there. No, but I'm saying I could drive to the. I know. Yeah. Anyway.
Exactly.
Like
but
Lawrence Memorial Hospital, where I was born.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
absolutely. That's what I. As you know, I grew up across the street, so like Yeah, so I've always seen women work hard, regardless whether they were doing it, in person or not. So like this idea of like a woman being a trad wife and just like baking bread and rearing children, and with the apron, I was like, this is a 1950s fantasy that you all have been sold. And let me tell you something about the white people who were doing that in the 1950s. Those women were on Quaaludes. Like, well, I don't understand what you're talking about.
They were on alcohol, Quaaludes. They were being abused. Like
they were being abused. They were abusing their children because they were so frustrated and repressed.
It's not the fantasy. Like I don't know where this fantasy came. I mean, I feel like it came from television, like 1950s, 60s, because it was never that. Like
it never happened.
It's never been that. So every time
it's literally Coca-Cola ads. It's
right.
One of my favorite movies is a flick called Pleasantville with Toby.
Oh God, I love that.
Reese Witherspoon. I love that movie because it really deconstructs the fact that a lot of those tropes and those things that people just kind of like look at with rose-colored lenses. It's not even rose-colored lenses of their past. It's this like kind of fake thing that we were
this Norman Rockwell Americana,
right. And it's like painting. That's not how it was. And it's like once they introduced a little realness to that world, that
everything falls apart.
It all fell apart. Like that was the whole point of the movie. I really like that movie, but whatever. Like, but like a lot of people again have the like, you talk about trad wives, and my goodness. If I had a nickel for every Negro man that wanted a fucking trad wife, and it's like you
and he's always the poorest.
Like you want her to
the poorest of the poor,
the brokest, the dumbest. And the thing that just drives me crazy is at least if you're going to be this guy that's like, I would like a stay-at-home wife and mother to marry. At least not be broke.
Hold on.
Like how you broke, Negroes?
In the house. What house do you have to put this house in?
Sarah has been to my home, so she knows that I at least have a home that hypothetically, like, I could bring a woman to if like she needed to live here. Do you know how many guys I've seen online talking about trad wife shit?
Living with their parents?
They're living with their parents, or they're living in a room, or
they're living out of their car, like that one guy that Chris the guy in New York who was living out of his car.
Kawan Todd. Nigga was living in his car, talking shit about me, saying that my son's gay and this and da 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 da. It's like
how are you asking some woman to come into that situation? You can't even take care of yourself. How you gonna take care of somebody else? I don't understand. Like, where's the disconnect? Because every time I see it, I'm like, but you're broke. Like, you can't afford a wife. Like, if we're just being honest, you got to be able to afford that lifestyle. And most people can't.
But a lot of these men,
they can't.
To the point that we made before, I'm not saying that this is all men. I'm not generalizing, but the loudest men, the ones that are making the most trouble online, they believe that it's entitled to them.
Right,
and,
they do.
And
I will point out,
I've lost a lot of friends because I've told the truth. Yeah. Right? I've told dudes about themselves. Right? Like they'll say some shit, and I'll be like, all right, but like, don't you understand that like bop 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 bop, and they'll be like, oh fuck that, that's a talking point. Like and they just kind of shut off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do with some of these people sometimes. And it's frustrating because I want to police my own areas. I want to go into males.
I'm just glad that you are.
And do that. But it's fucking annoying because they're dumb. A lot of them are dumb.
Yes,
like,
I know. Like, but at least you're trying, because most men don't even see it. That's one.
They don't.
They don't even know what's happening. So it's good that you're policing your black male spaces and being like, shut up, Negro. You don't even have the money to do this. You don't know what you're talking about.
Right. You don't want that responsibility either. Like, that's the thing. They act like everybody was so happy in these situations. I was like, gender roles will be the death of us to the end of time. Like, and I'm not saying, I'm not even saying that in a progressive way. I'm saying that in a normal way.
Like, what's funny to me is that as much as they're like, oh, these women don't know how to cook and they don't have any wife skills and all that stuff, and I'm
wife skills. Yeah.
Like, I'm old enough that I know how to sew, like make clothes, like real clothes, like a whole dress, whole pair of pants. Like, I'm at that age. I'm just at the end of that era where I know how to do these things that were wife skills, right? Like, I can make clothes.
The best I can give you is a hem, baby. I
can
do my socks. I could.
I got all that. Like, I come from the era where I can hem you up. Hand sew, sewing machine, all of that, cut a pattern, all those things. I can cook. I can do I can do hair. I can braid. I'm like, my daughter, I used to cornrow her hair. Like, I have all of those skills that are and I laugh because these dudes are like, oh, these women don't know how to do anything. It's like,
I was like, I can absolutely make bread, and
we can do all of that stuff. We just
don't do that.
I don't want to do it. Like, we're not gonna do it for you. It makes me laugh because I'm like, what? Like, women literally can do all of these things, and I love that in this era, women are choosing ourselves over
the reality is, when we talk about it, it goes back to what I was saying about how guys are, like I said, guys are offended when they're like, "Oh, build me a house," right?
Right.
Like, so my ex-wife asked me to put something up in her house. She didn't. Now, to be fair, she did not have. I was going to put it, like, hammer it in the. She didn't have the right. She didn't have the right nails. She didn't have the right stuff. Right.
So you had to go to Home Depot.
So when I when I did it, the whole thing fell apart. Okay, fell apart, right? Like, I'm just saying, like I put it up, I was like, oh, it's good, and then it fell down later. You know what I did? I was like, all right, I know who can do it. Let me get in contact with the person who can do it. Let me figure it out, right? But I think a lot of men, they hear that, like, oh, you can't build a house, and they get offended, and like they're like, it's like their
ego is so fragile, though.
But they don't realize that that's what it's like when they're like, oh, these women can't cook. They are putting out that same hurtful energy that they feel like that they're getting, like because they are offended that they can't build a house.
Right.
They will say, well, you can't cook. They will
also act like the thing that makes me mad, and I just saw this earlier on online as well. Somebody made a post. Well, somebody tweeted that any man under 5'8" is a labubu, which was the funniest thing I've seen in a while. I had to share it.
I saw that, and I haven't. I don't think I laughed. I saw it, and I was like cracking up. I was in the middle of doing something, and I was like, "What is Sarah posted?"
Hilarious. And I said, Kai and I are very tall women, so this is always hilarious to us because we're on the same spectrum. Like, we get otherized the same way short men do as well. Like, because again, if you don't fit those minerals.
I'm not your tall, but I'm tall.
Yeah, I'm freakish tall. She's regular lady tall.
I mean, freakish. Come on, but you're easily 6'1".
I'm 6'1".
Yeah, like I was. Yeah,
you can tell. Like I look 6'1". I give tall, right? And I guess in my pictures sometimes I don't, but like talking to me, everybody's like, you got to be tall. I think it's my voice
by
is
the
low.
way, another behind the curtain for the people. You're checking me for being 5'10" cracked me up. I just want to say
that was hilarious too. I had crazy. I'm taller than you in heels.
We have a friend. Shout out to Tiffany, but she's like 5 feet tall. So I was like, oh, I can't even remember.
She's giant. Though.
Yeah, like I made some joke about her being short, and you were like,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy work. That's crazy.
Coming from a 5'10", I'll kiss your forehead. Kiss your forehead. Don't do that. No, leave my little friend alone. We love you, Tiffy.
At least you know that I'm actually 5'10", and I'm not one of these 5'7".
Like man 5'10", yeah, man 5'5".
See that video of the guy? He had a measuring tape, and he asked dudes how tall they were, and they would say. And then he was like, "Can I measure?" And they would walk off.
Yeah. They need to be humble. It needs to happen sometimes because, like, you know, as a very tall woman, you have no idea how many men have come up to me talking about, "Oh, I'm 6 feet, so you have to be like 6'4", 6'5". I'm like no.
And it's funny. I'm not, like I said, I'm on the taller end of women. I'm not super tall, but I'm taller than most women. And I remember, like, I'm 5'11" in heels. That's where I am. Like, when I wear my 3 inches, I'm 5'11". I'm still not 6 feet. I know this. So I was out one day, and this dude, he looked at me, and he was somehow his height came up. He was like, "I'm 6 feet." I'm like, "Dude, I'm looking you dead in your eyes. We like this. We locked in."
You're not 6
I
feet.
was like, "Nah, you're like 5'11". And he was like, "No, I'm 6 feet." I'm like, "Bruh, I'm looking at you dead in your face. We right here. You not taller than me.
I am
5'11" in heels."
Like,
look, it was so he was so hurt. He was so hurt that I would not say he was 6 feet tall. I was like, "You're not."
They get so mad. The wild thing is, out of like, and I've dated weirdly tall men, like centers for very famous college teams. You know, very tall. I've dated some extremely tall men.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, I prefer men 6 feet and under. I don't like tall men.
I don't like this. The crane.
I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. Also, they've never had to develop a personality. They're just
oh my god,
their personality. I mean, they're just I'm tall.
It depends, because I've dated some.
Yeah, he had to be a little.
There's exceptions to every rule, but I do think that Sarah is correct in that, you know, you have to work.
Right. Like, if they're freakishly tall, sometimes it works. Or if they're a little bit ugly, if they're like medium ugly and got teased as a kid and they're very tall, then sometimes they have to develop a personality. But you gotta have like a little ugly, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a little bit. The best people get like this.
This is another way, the patriarchy. The dudes are not developing personalities because they have height.
Right.
It's like,
and the guys that don't have height think that if they misrepresent themselves like they do have height, that will give that, rather than wait for it, working on themselves and maybe like having hobbies, having skills, anything where if a woman comes to you and they're like, "Well, what do you do?" Like, what do you say? Like,
I have to share like a totally awkward moment.
Wait, Sarah knows this story because I tell this story all the time, and I'm not going.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
So there was a guy. He's a friend of mine. He's a good man. I want to be clear. I'm not
clowning. He's a good man, Savannah.
Okay.
He's a good man, Savannah.
He's a good man, Savannah.
He's around my son's height, so he's like 5'7.5", something like that. Okay,
right.
I'll give him 5'8" if we're just giving him 5'8". Now he wanted to talk to a lady that I knew, and because that lady and I had a good friendship, he thought that maybe I had a relationship with her, which I didn't. You know what I mean? But he was kind of like,
I think you messing with somebody, Chris.
I'm just telling. So I wasn't messing with. So he was like, "Hey, like, are you messing with her?" I was like, "Oh no, I'm like, hey, you can." So she inboxes me and she's like, "Hey, so how tall is he?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe like 5'7", 5'8". And she's like, "Oh, because like he said he was 5'10", so I thought you were like 6', 6'1". And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not 6 feet tall. I'm not." She's like, "Really?" Like, and the whole thing is, it's like the pictures of he and I. It's like it's very clear. Like there's
he's shorter than you.
He's a good. He's like my son's height. He's like a
good man, Savannah. He's a good man.
But it's like there's no reason to like. She would have liked him.
Yeah, just go with it. I love a little mini man. I don't understand, like, bro.
I'm gonna be honest.
But I feel like
I'm gonna go ahead and show my shallow side.
Wait.
You like a tall? No, it's okay. You got to be little and fine for me. So I understand.
Wait. I'm gonna let you show your shallow side. I just want to say one thing.
I'm gonna share my little.
I feel like it was more of a turnoff
that he lied.
Him to lie and misrepresent himself.
It is.
It would have been if they would have walked up in person and because she's like 5'10". She's like my height. So I think she just wanted to know the lay of the land. But,
right.
But like
I'm gonna tell my story. All right. I'd always, in my young 20s, I always dated taller than me. Then I was like, am I shallow? Let me go out on a date
Not at all. You like what you like.
Everybody can have their preferences and what they want. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But go ahead. Yeah.
The shorter guy asked me out. He was a very nice guy. We went on a date. And, cool dude. But in the date, I was like, yeah, I can't do this. Like, especially in the end, when I gave him a little hug and I was like, all right, guy. All right, my guy.
Why it gotta be a little hug? No, I'm joking.
When I did this, I was like, yeah, no, it's not gonna work for me. It can't do it.
I like it because I'm a very tall woman, so I feel like Naomi Campbell with whatever manlet she's picked up, over there. That's how I feel like. I love it. I like the aesthetic of it. Like my husband is 6 feet, but I'm 6'1", and if I'm wearing heels, we give the same effect. I love it.
I can date a guy my height. Like if we're eye to eye, I'm okay. But I can't. When I went down for the hug, I was like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't know what it was. I was like, this.
You felt like it was childish. You felt like it was like in a cartoon character.
But here's the crazy thing about that. There will be so many men that will hear what you said
and be offended.
And be hurt feelings, but then be like, oh, like see,
that's what I was saying.
Lizzo's too big.
No,
I'm not trying to be mean. I went on the date. I accepted the date. I tried. I literally was like, am I being shallow? Let me just go out with this guy. Come on, I'm mature. I can date somebody shorter than me. Great date, really nice guy.
That's where we are with it, though. We're in this world, though, that like men actually look at that. They will say horrific things about tall women, about big women, about women who are too thin, about women who are over 18. Women, you know what I'm saying?
Lose it and cry.
They will lose it and pretend that it's the same, like that them not being 6 feet is our fault. Like we've completely excluded them from the dating world, as if I don't know, like. I know so many 5'8" men who are like married right now and have a host of children.
And that's the thing. Short men get married all the time. I don't understand.
All
the ones that are having a hard time have a personality issue.
Every single guy I know that's my height or under is either in a committed relationship or married. Yeah. One of the two. Yeah. Every single like two men.
With children, they fulfill their societal role.
Brian Zabady, you're not going to watch this. I love you, but I don't think you have a girlfriend. But that's fine. Brian deserves a girlfriend because Brian Zabady is a good man. But he's the only one. Whatever.
Why did you shout out Brian? You know
because
what?
I love Brian, man. And if first of all, he's never going to see
Sorry about that.
But if he does, if in the middle of the night. If he's like the whitest person that's ever existed, so he's never gonna watch this shit. But if he's like, oh, I'm gonna check out something that my friend Chris did, and he like gets all the way to this point, and then hears his name, that motherfucker is gonna call me, and I'm gonna be like, I told you, man, you're my dude. Like I'm trying to get you out of here.
I love you, Brian. I'm trying to get you some girls.
I'm just trying to get you some ladies. Now he can get his own ladies because Brian. First of all, he's got a job. He's an adult. He's so.
Like that, that's the crazy thing. Like the bar is in hell for men, so like he doesn't even have to like work hard. Even if he wasn't a great guy, you just have to shower and have a job and a place to live.
The bar is very low right now.
And you will get a date. Somebody will date you.
Just don't be an asshole, and you'll get a date.
Literally, be even reasonably nice. Like
you don't even have to be really nice. You just got to be
reasonably nice. Like just don't go full on conspiracy theorist, abuser. The first like 10 minutes of the conversation, and women are like, he's nice. I like him. I'm like, okay, it'll be fine. You guys will date for 5 years. It'll be fine.
Okay, this is completely off topic. We're sort of on topic. Y'all know my daughter. She's taller than me now, right? Yeah. So. You always ever do something like totally like awkward and not on purpose, but you just have like an intrusive thought that you say out loud? Yeah. So when I took my daughter last week, I took my daughter to drag brunch last Sunday for her birthday, and we're
sitting a drag brunch. That's so cool. Oh, you're the best.
And the video's on my channel. You guys, you should watch it. Okay, I took her to a drag brunch. We're standing in line, getting ready to go into the actual restaurant. And she's taller than me, and I'm fairly tall. We're tall people.
Yeah,
we're wearing flats.
The thing was, like, first of all,
I was wearing heels.
remember when I was saying I didn't realize how close our kids were in age? I didn't realize how tall your daughter was until I saw the pictures. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so we're in heels. We're dressed up for drag brunch. We're in heels and we're standing in line. And I said out loud, "Why do I feel so tall?" Like out loud. And I really, and then I was like, and then you know how like that slow realization of what you just did, and my child just kind of slowly turns and looks at me like, "What?" And then I was like, "Never mind," because I realized we were the tallest people in the whole thing. And if you see the pictures of her with the drag queen, she's the same height as the drag queen. And most of the time, when you see people with drag queens, they're shorter. So like I got tickled because I was like, oh, that was inappropriate. Because everybody like it was one of those moments when I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed, sort of, because I hope the people didn't hear me, but all the men and women are like it like we were like, this is their heads, and we're like, you know, I was like, what?
Oh, that's my life like on a Tuesday. I'm about to go to Home Depot later, and that's gonna be my experience in Home Depot. Like I already know it. Some man is gonna I'm gonna ask him where something is.
I was just like, that was totally me. I was like, I wonder what it's like, you know, having me as a mom, because I'm gonna say some stuff. That's like I said, the slow turn she gave me was like, you know, like I realized as she was turning to look at me like, oh,
hey, Mom.
Did you just say that out loud? And I was
that's
like,
so funny. And my mom is she's the shorty of our family. My sister's same height as me, and my brother's 6'3". My dad is like 6'4", 6'5", and then my mother is this little tiny lady to us, and she's 5'8".
Relative, right? No, yeah, like relative.
She's tall. She's absolutely tall by by women's standards, but she's the same way. I think it's so funny that my mom tries to say tall stuff to us too, and we're like, "Oh, you're so cute!" Like pat her on the top of her head. Oh, mommy, you're so cute.
Well, actually, my mom's family, my mom was the shortest girl out of all the girls. There was 4 girls and 3 boys. My mom's the shortest. I'm taller than my mom, but my mom's family are all tall. So the height definitely comes from my mom's side. So in my family, on my mom's side, I'm short. Like the women are like your height and up. Like
yeah, I love
I'm in the shorties club in my mom's family, and my dad's family, I'm more on the tall side. But it's funny to me how genetics work. Like you don't know what you're gonna get. And I was wondering when she was born.
And my thing is, you have to just kind of roll with the punches in regards to what you get. You know, like just the way you were saying that there's a size differential. You know, depending on the side of the family you're on. Like I'm definitely one of the shorter men in my family. Like my dad is like 6'1". You know what I mean? That type of thing. Mm-hmm. But it's just funny because again, you just have to roll with the punches and like deal with what you get. Like my son. He's 18 now. I don't think he's going to grow anymore. And like I said, he's about like 5'7", right? Like, and that's what it is. But it's funny because every time my mom comes over or like visits him, she's like, "Oh, you're almost as tall as your dad." It's like, listen, the ship sailed. Just let him, like, you don't have like.
Let him live. Let him live.
I'm sure.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, she's
so beautiful. I love her hair.
That's Jasmine Masters, and I can't remember the other one's name, but you see, she's standing there.
Oh yeah, right there with him.
Right there with him. Like you rarely see that when you see people meet drag queens. Like they're like, especially women. And I'm like,
I gotta find this picture of me and RuPaul from like 10 years ago.
Oh, please do. I love RuPaul.
I love RuPaul.
Short Hills Mall one time, and oh my lord, I was a kid. And I didn't realize how tall RuPaul was.
RuPaul is?
Right. So I'm like a kid. Like I'm like 8 years old, like 9, something like I was little. And it was like, and my mom was like, "Oh my God, that's RuPaul." And I looked over and I just saw this, like, cause she was, well,
you're fine.
You're fine. So, no, listen.
RuPaul the character is she. RuPaul the man is he.
But in full RuPaul regalia, heels, so like if RuPaul is like 6'5", flat-footed, we're talking like I'm looking at someone that's like 6'9".
She looks like a goddess. Yeah,
like, I was like,
incredible.
What is he?
I never met RuPaul, but I wish I had, because I always think about how like in the early 80s, she must have been stunning in New York City.
Incredible. When she was a club kid.
beautiful drag queen that she is. I mean, it must have been like it must have been breathtaking. Like there's no.
I saw RuPaul
in my mind that the reason why RuPaul is
after the era
is because of how stunning, absolutely stunning as a woman as she is. Like there's nothing you can't get around. Like
what I'm saying is, I saw her after this, and when people saw her walk, like I wasn't the only, like I wasn't just the kid. Like everybody was like, what? Like even people that I don't think they knew who RuPaul was. Like it was just like, what is going on? Like who, you know?
Absolutely
RuPaul's
stunning.
so cool.
Yes.
Another person that stunned me with their height, totally a non sequitur. I'm sorry. Montel Jordan.
Yeah, he's dumb tall.
He is
6'8".
Yeah, the line in the song, all they said was 6'8". He said he is really 6'8", and I was not ready. My dad took me to Budweiser.
I've also met Montel Jordan. He's not a nice person.
I want to say I met him at a golf tournament. Some real randomness. There's a picture.
He was not a nice person when I met that man. I don't know. I'm not
Why
you know what? No shade.
Story about Montel Jordan.
I don't know.
Why do we have story? I'm like, I think it was a golf tournament, but yeah, no, he's mad tall. But you
he's
know what's
tall and weird.
RuPaul, I don't know. As tall as RuPaul is, his husband is taller than him. Is that?
Yeah, it's wild.
Isn't that insane? Can you imagine seeing that couple? That couple together?
People. Amazing.
Right.
I love it.
I mean,
I love
it. Because no, seriously. I mean, he's gotta be, because seriously, RuPaul's gotta be what, at least 6. Like I'm saying, flat-footed, like 6'5" or 6'4".
Yeah, around 6'4", I believe.
So like it. So
and then like the RuPaul the character wears 8-inch heels.
That's
so
what I'm saying. Like, right? Like when I'm telling you, when I saw RuPaul, it was like almost
goddess just walked in the room, and you're like,
it's amazing. You're like, oh, I love this. This is so great. She's so great. I love it so much. She's amazing.
Folks,
I love me some RuPaul. I don't care what anybody says. That's why I took my daughter to a drag brunch, and she had a ball. She really did have a good time. We had a good time. We had a blast.
And support your local drag queens anyway.
You know what probably didn't happen there? I'm willing to bet no one got molested because drag queens don't molest anybody. I feel like maybe I shouldn't. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
You know, when I was there, I was thinking, you know, because the drag brunch is drag brunch, and drag brunch is gonna have some crazy stuff.
Yeah. But
and in my child is technically a minor, but when I was sitting there and you guys and I told I planned it out. They brought out cake and all that stuff for her.
I love that.
Yeah, so it was a whole thing, and what I realized while I was sitting there is how much love these people showed my daughter. They were so kind and so supportive, and they kept encouraging. Like Jasmine Masters adopted my daughter. She was like, "This is my new goddaughter now," because she found out my daughter did musical theater, and so she was just talking about her and saying, "I'm support." And I was just thinking,
"This is so cute."
This the amount of love. I don't understand people that hate gay people or trans people. I don't understand. Because these folks, that community is so loving and so kind and so supportive,
and they have no reason to be because
and the world treats them so badly. But
trans
me,
I told
these
you,
people celebrated my child. They never met her, and they celebrated her.
The only person that gave me shit during Fashion Week was the twink at the door where I had to take my shirt off. Other than that.
Maybe he made you look better. I don't know. I'm
trying to make sure you were cool. That's what it is.
I kind of have titties. I kind of have the.
I don't know. I gotta see. I wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he did you a favor. I don't know.
No, I get. No, it's
no. Chris is lying. Chris, you remember? Chris, you look like a Real World cast member in the '90s. He's lying. He's trying to act like this is a different thing. He looked like for real. He had the earring and the locks. And he was wearing the bandana. He had the hair. His locks was down to here. He was built. Chris is lying. He's acting like this now. You forget that man was trying to make him look sluttier. That's all it was, and that was a good thing. That was so you look cool.
But no, but
like 2 clean cut. It looks sluttier.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what. This is gonna sound terrible, but I'm gonna tell you what the gays remind me of.
Okay, I don't know.
I know.
Please don't always be problematic. I don't want to have to cancel you.
I gotta give a disclaimer. Whatever Chris is about to say is his opinion and his opinion only. It is not the opinion of everybody else in this show. I don't know what
we are out of this.
All right.
So like, don't associate me necessarily with what he's about to say because I don't know. So let me put a disclaimer first. Like, I feel like, you know how I said you got a pattern, and I noticed the pattern, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Listen, I'm holding the experimental jazz flute of a peaceful person. So while I'm holding this, I am not going to go off the rails. I promise you guys. Now, again, about the gays.
He's saying it like the blacks.
The black, right? No. So in all seriousness, the LGBTQ plus community very much reminds me of the audience at Showtime at the Apollo. It's like, if you're good, if you're respectful, you come in. If you rub the stump, and you just come in, you say, "Hey, nice to meet," and you're good, and you're like, "I'm gonna do Through the Fire," and you sing it, and like, you will be accepted, you will be loved, you will be, cared for. Nobody's gonna like overstep their boundaries. Like, I've never hung out with gay people and felt like, oh, this guy's trying to put a finger in my butt. Like I've literally had gay men in a club, like, kind of like run gay defense on me. Like, no, he ain't into it. Like, leave him alone. Like, he's
not run gay defense.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm like on the gay side for 49ers. Which like could be the regular sex.
Get off him! Get off him!
Yeah, like the block is like, oh no, he's fine. So like, it's one of these things where I feel like when you have a marginalized community, because of that marginalization, we understand what it is, But I think what happens, just to kind of go all the way back, talking about like black men and them wanting to, be in proximity to whiteness, which is something we're talking about. It's like, you forget that. And it's like, I have to remember a lot of times, as a black man, like, okay, this is how I've been treated. This is how, like remind myself of those things and not go towards the easy route of saying, oh, I'm just gonna, like, y'all are the problem. And I'm
not me.
Really not me. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I always want to be the kind of person that if Lisa Stansfield kills it with Been Around the World at it's like, okay, like, she might be a white lady, but she killed it, and I can respect her talent. You know what I mean?
Right. She did eat that. She ate that up.
Ate the fuck up. Knock it off. God, I watched it. They were like, "Go, Lisa! Go, Lisa!" That was drink in my head. I've been trying. Wasted too much. If I could play them, I wish I could be like.
We're having
I'm not a flautist. My flautist took a nap.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
It's a good thing. I'm just sitting jabbing off and like laughing and doing nonsense. And I have look at, first of all, can we just look at this? Look at this. Hold on.
It's
awesome.
A beautiful flute.
That's so cool.
I'm gonna have to take a clip of the show earlier and repost it because I was not expecting that. Really threw me off.
I can't.
I'm not. All right.
Guy.
So we're coming up on 2 hours. I know we tired. I know we got things.
It's been long.
Yeah, I know we grown up. So before we go, I hope I hope we can do this again. I don't know what everybody's schedule is.
First of all, we have to do it again.
I got Saturdays. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Now, I have a podcast, and we
do. Look at the time. Look at that. She gotta go to Home Depot. She got stuff to do.
Do we have a podcast?
Hold on now. Now, I will be very clear with this. I've been working on myself. I've been doing a lot of things. I've been doing a lot of things like in the real world. Okay.
Right.
And yes, Sarah, I know we haven't done I know, but here's the thing.
Okay.
We recorded like 3 podcasts in a row, and what I wanted to do was edit. So it was an audio only podcast, right? But here's the thing. I was going to transition to video, but then what happened? My YouTube channel got nuked. So I've been trying to YouTube channel. So what I wanted to do, Sarah, and I'm saying this out loud in public. I want to transition.
You're doing this on live.
I am. I'm being live. I want us to transition to more of this, and then I can upload these things to the audio because this is easy. what she's doing, we could do this. This is better.
We can do it. Oh no, it's not so easy. I'll be like, can you guys go live?
Because that's a face that almost says like, I probably suggested this 2 years ago and I wasn't listened to. And now
keep going, brother. Keep going.
And now it's the woman's fault.
Like, wait, as
a I
wouldn't say new content creator. I'm not necessarily a new content creator, but I am newly focusing on creating content regularly. Does that make sense? Like,
absolutely.
I'm newly focused on it, and I'm trying to get better at being more consistent and posting more because I realize, hey, some reason y'all like me. I don't know what the hell it is.
I love you. You know, that's like on your YouTube. I like watch in the comments.
And I'm like, if y'all knew like me over here as me, I'm like, what the hell is like? I don't even know half the time. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to be more consistent. So that's why I was like, I realized we got good chemistry. So like, I'm like, come on, Chris, let's do this live and people watch it. That's all I got. People watch it and that's it. So I'm always down to do it again and again and keep going. And so I will be hitting you guys up if y'all are open on Saturday. I'm open on Saturday. Yeah, I'm open on Saturday. So Saturday works for me. But I'll send you a message. But before we go, Sarah, give your socials, how people can watch you, talk to you, hang out with you. Make sure you join Kevin Samuels Guide. She said, "Don't."
No.
I beg you, leave me alone.
I'm not a cross-platform person at all. Like, if you see me on TikTok, no, you didn't. If you see me on X, you really didn't see me there. I promise you didn't see me there. Don't look at anybody I follow.
She's not wrong. Listen, Anthony Spencer Jones is probably watching the both of us. We have a stalker. I don't know if you know.
Oh yeah, it's Chris's fault. He wasn't even my stalker.
Y'all realize I have a real life crazy stalker, like for real. And then I have
one. He dead though.
Hey,
God bless him.
I wish I would have been like. I really wish I could play the flute. I need to learn.
He died. He's good.
I'm gonna have my experimental jazz flautist teach me.
Yeah. But definitely have her come back. Well, have them come back and
you know if she's a lady. You know who this is. This could be a man.
Yeah, who this is?
A huge dick. He could. Who knows?
Okay.
Well, here we go. Anyway, as you were saying,
get a bell for you. So every time
he needs something. No, he needs a shot collar.
No, every time you go out of pocket, it's like ding. Like we got to bring you back. Ding.
Shot collar. I'm telling you, shot collar. I'm gonna give the remote to the necessary parties, and they're gonna get it.
Hello. Why?
Can I tell a true story about a shot collar? I swear on everything.
No, actually, no, we're not.
Please, it's a story. I know we're getting out of here. Please, no.
Chris, no. Chris,
no.
We said
Save
no.
it for next time.
No means no.
Okay.
Do you have a consent issue? You said no.
I don't.
Okay. Anyway, Sarah, where can people find you if they want to hang out and talk to you? Whatever.
Hey man, if you want to hear my voice, don't seek me. I'm a bad person. I'm a horrible woman. But if you want to talk to me on Facebook, I'm at Sara Tonin on Facebook. That's the only place I want you to find me. If not, listen to our podcast, Things You Don't See Every Day with Chris Taliaferro and Sara Tonin. And hopefully you'll catch me here with Kai sometimes too.
Yes, regular. You're a regular like Bourbon Bougie. We're gonna keep doing this.
Hey.
All right, Chris, give your socials and your contacts.
No, I mean, again, like we said, my YouTube channel was destroyed and nuked, and I'm working on building it back up and figuring that out. And once I do, you will most likely hear and see a lot more content from Sarah and I working together. Currently, you can look us up on Things You Don't See Every Day with Chris Taliaferro and Sara Tonin. I mean, I do a lot of it most of these days. But like, listen, Sarah and I have made money together, so we're business partners for life. So
for life,
we're in this. There's the Facebook page. There's a TikTok. I'm honestly not that hard to find. If you want to find me, honestly, go to Wanda Sykes's Facebook page right now. Go there right now. And I want to say like the second or third post down is her debunking me saying that she had a Twitter conversation with the ghost of Anne Heche. It's a true story. I'm not making a word of that shit up.
I don't know.
No,
Anyway.
it's like you never know what's gonna come out of his mouth next, and all of it's true, and it's also the most absurd thing you've ever heard.
Right.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
All right.
Shout out to Cosmic Journey who sent super stickers. Thank you so much.
Thank
Barbara
you, Cosmic Journey,
for watching. Lose Baby Girl. Thank you guys for watching.
I was about to do this. I was gonna do the heart.
Illuminati confirmed. The dynasty sign. What we're doing. Oh boy. Now they're gonna think we're part of the boule. We have family and politics. Chill out.
All right, let me get my socials. Okay, what do I have? I have Facebook. I'm Kai Nicole on Facebook. I'm Kai Nicole on Twitter. I'm Kai Fly Mommy on Instagram and on Threads. I am also Kai Fly Mommy on Blue Sky. It might be Kai Nicole. I don't know. On Blue Sky as well. And then, of course, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I have a lot of content on my members only side. If you want to see the drag brunch thing, it's like 20 minutes long. So check that out. Join my channel so you can see that, because that's where I share like my real life is on the member side. So if you want to see what I'm really doing in my real life, I got concert footage over there. I got all sorts of stuff going on over there.
She's living life. She is living for real, not on the internet.
No.
She's not shaking titties. She's not shaking.
Nah,
She's not shaking titties on his.
Let me say, I might. It's just not on video.
If the people want it, and you want to split the money with me, I'll come on your channel. I'll shake my titties. I don't
think they want that.
No, they don't want the titties.
No, I can, because I get
shirt on.
I mean, I'm bald, so I don't care about the hat. I can
keep your shirt on, Chris.
I should keep it. I can leave the shirt.
No, they don't want to see. They want to see Sarah's titties, and they probably want to see my titties, but they don't want to see your titties. No,
I'm breastfeeding. Titties. Nobody wants to see my titties.
No, that's when they I before. There's a picture.
I forgot they're freaky.
Yeah, when I was breastfeeding, those memories were doing their thing. So I know they sitting right now.
They sitting high.
I dare you
wearing a compressor right now.
Who wants to see me breastfeeding
right now?
See how many thirsty niggas come out of the woodwork.
That is so disgusting. I will call the police.
I'm not wrong, though.
You're not. You're not, but they need to all go to jail or stand in the street and get hit by one bus.
Real quick, when I was pregnant and men were hitting on me, I was like, this is where I'm just done. I'm just done.
That was it.
That was it. That was when I realized men are just no.
I said, oh, y'all are terrible. Oh, okay.
Terrible.
Got it.
Big and pregnant. Not little and pregnant.
Right.
Big and pregnant.
Swollen ankles. And they were like, I'm like, please stop. Please.
Are you guys going to judge me if I tell you that I went out on a date with a woman that was not even pregnant?
Yes, I'm judging. No.
I'm definitely.
That's her business.
I was all
I'm judging you. I'm not judging her.
You're disgusted with your. I was like, she.
I sure am.
I think she gave birth the next week. I was like,
dude, hey, it's a thing. It's a
whole
thing. Anyway.
All right,
I'm not Miss Williams. I'm not gonna say your first name. It's fine.
Oh my gosh! All
right. If my face hurts, it's time to go. I will hit you guys up later. Hanging out again. This was so much fun. Thank you.
Love y'all. This was a blast.
It was so fun. I'm sure we're gonna get some comments on this one. People talking about it wow. But anyway.
Can you guys say goodbye to my experimental jazz flautist?
Yes,
goodbye, experimental jazz flautist.
I don't see anyone, but thank you for adding to the show.
It's like the guy on the couch in Half Baked, just right on my couch, just no words.
Just no words. Just vibes.
I see his name, Guy.
It's the guy on the couch that plays.
We love you, experimental jazz flautist. You've added something new and experimental and free.
Right.
I'm into all that anyway. I got a septum ring. That's what it's for. I love it. This is chaotic bisexual energy that you. I'm into it.
Okay,
I'm a big fan.
Anyway, and we end on chaotic bisexual energy. All right, peace.
Bisexual donuts. Bye.
Bye.